This is Parashat Balak, Fukad and Balak. We talk about Parashat Balak. Everybody knows the most important lesson to learn from Parashat Balak is our enemy Balak understood what is the real power of Israel. The Apostle says, from my enemies, I become smart. Because when I look at my enemies, what they are doing to me, and they understand and they recognize what's my power, then I realize what's my power. A lot of times, a lot of people in Kahal Israel, they feel their power is in the weaponry, in the army, in the forces. But our enemy, Balak, realized the real power of Kahal Israel is in speech. Therefore, he has to hire somebody to compete with Kahal Israel in that point, in that thing. And that's such a great lesson that the goy realizes what our power is, and we Jews don't realize. He is ready to do everything. He could gather all of the army in the world. He could gather all of the weapons in the world. But he understood they don't help. The Kahal Israel, the way that they go is different. Now, it's very interesting. Hashem wants to stop Bilam, but Bilam doesn't stop. He tries. Finally, Bilam goes with them, and Hashem doesn't like it. And the anger of Hashem flared because he was going. Rashi says who. What does who means? Because he went the way that he wanted. He did his own agenda. Hashem told him he could go if he wants, but you have to listen to me. Who? What's the who means? His own agenda. A lot of times in life, we listen to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but our agenda is not the agenda of Hashem. The agenda that we have, we follow. A lot of times we have to understand we're going to do things and we justify it, but our own agenda is not right. It's not right. And this type of mistake is terrible. If somebody does a mistake, real mistake, he's going to correct himself. But somebody that apparently is listening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but you are listening, but that's not the agenda of Hashem. You're injecting your agenda. That's the biggest problem. But it has a Malach Hashem, also says, stood the angel of Hashem. What Hashem is to have to do with here? Hashem is Medat Rachamim. Here, the Malach is coming to stop him, to kill him. What type of Rachamim it is? Oh, Rashi says, unbelievable point. Rashi says, Malach Rachamim Haya. He was the angel of merciness. Now, why? Because unbelievable point in Chazal. Hashem sends Malach of Rachamim to save Bilam. We want Bilam. We need Bilam. Bilam is the prophet for nations. We want him to educate the nations, to teach them what's the right way of life. If Bilam would have done proper job, we wouldn't have ISIS nowadays. We wouldn't have goyim that act like animals. Because we lost Bilam, we lost their educator, we lost the one to guide them. Therefore, Rashi says, Malach Hashem Rachamim Haya. We don't want Bilam to be lost. We need Bilam in their system. The second law, V'hu roche malachtonot, she'en rabimu. V'tere ha'aton et Malach Hashem, the aton, the mule donkey, she donkey saw the Malach of Hashem, nitzah b'derech v'chalbosh lefa b'yado. Now, this Malach is coming with his sword drawn in his hand, and he didn't know what to do. But he thought, now Rashi says, why Chalbosh Lefa B'yado? Rashi says, listen, Rashi. Now, why this Malach has sword in his hand? That's the problem of Rashi. Why sword Chalbosh Lefa B'yado? The Malach doesn't need sword. He could kill somebody without whatever that he wants. Omar Rosh Hashanah Yachad Kollel. Now the Malach is saying like this: Bilam, what are you doing? Bilam, what's your profession? What's your weapon? Your weapon is sword. What did you do? You left the professional weapon that he has by going. What is that? You should live on your sword. You left that. He came with his mouth, but mouth is the profession of Kahal Israel. It's a weapon of Kahal Israel. What do I do? You took mine I take yours. Et poset shelo, whatever it is, ve'avu alav ve'umanuto. I come with your profession, with your Kelly profession. וכך הסופו, ואת בלעם בן בור הרי בחרב. It's interesting, Chazal. Chazal sounds like two children are playing game. And one took away the toy of the other one. It says, you take my toy, I take your toy. What type of business is that? What is it? Why? What's the point that this Malach is taking sword in his hand? And what's the lesson of life here? See, Chazal tell us that really Bilam had power to be like Moshe Rabbeinu for Umot HaOlam. In other words, the Navi in Umot HaOlam, it's greater than Moshe. That's some Chazal say. He was such a great person. What happened to him? What happened? What happened was, like Chazal are saying, see, the worst thing in life is Hashem gives a lot of power. Hashem could give power like Moshe Rabbeinu to a person. The greatest enemy of a person, in other words, see, Bilam is the master of curse. Master of curse. Now, the greatest enemy and the curse of a person is when a person is not happy with himself. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave sword to Bilam, told him, with this power of this sword, you could discipline all of the Umot HaOlam, all of the nations, and prepare everything for Mashiach. But he didn't like himself. He didn't like the sword. He was jealous of Moshe Rabbeinu. He wanted to be something that Hashem doesn't want him to be. That's the greatest curse in life. Now, Hashem sends a Malach, and Malach is holding the sword in his hand. He's giving a message to Bilam. He's telling Bilam, what are you thinking? Idiot. Idiot. You don't want the sword. You don't want what Hashem wants from you. You could be a member to bring the Mashiach. You could be the ore of the nations. But you are losing everything. You are blind to see your glorious future, shining future. You are losing everything. What's that? Because you are a kingdom. See, I'm a Malach. I'll hold this sword with pride and proud. Because we are here soldiers of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and to do what Hashem wants from us, not what we want to do with ourselves. This way that you are going, you are destroying yourself. You are destroying yourself. You are taking something that doesn't belong to you. I show it to you. I'm a Malach. I'm coming with sword. It's a sword full of pride. You should be proud of it. That's the way to do. Therefore, this Malach of Rachamim is coming to tell Bilam, you are destroying yourself with the Mahalech that you are doing, and that's the greatest lesson in our life. Torah is telling us, what do you want from me? Hashem says, you want me to give you the power of Moshe Rabbeinu, I give it to you. You have it. Don't destroy it. How do you destroy it? When you are not happy with yourself, when you don't appreciate your greatness. Always the greatness of somebody else and the way that somebody else has things becomes nicer for a person. That's umanut of Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara comes and tells you what you have is nothing, right? Like they say in Persian, Murgh hamsaye qazi. In other words, the better person, the neighbor has something better. Imagine one morning, the flower Jasmine gets up and he feels, Rose has a better smell. I want to smell like Rose. It's the end of his life. It's the end of his family. It's the end of whatever potential HaKadosh gave to him. Unbelievable parasha. Parasha tells us HaKadosh Baruch Hu created Bilam. He gave him the power. He could have been a star for his own way. And we would have had much better life in the going right now. Malach Hashem came to save him. But unfortunately, he didn't get saved. And now we have to suffer from all of the consequences of not having Bilam. Therefore, the most important thing is from the master of curse we learn. The greatest curse in somebody's life is not what somebody is so upset and so so frustrated because somebody else cursed him. No, that curse doesn't do that much to you. But the greatest curse is the curse that the person does it to himself. Doesn't like himself, doesn't like his potential, and he wants to be somebody else. This is the greatest curse in life. That's the greatest lesson to learn from the parasha with this Malach of Rachamim,